Well, good morning from the West Coast in California to the Mel Robbins 5-second rule group. How are you doing today? Have you taken control of your day? Have you managed to get up on the first snooze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and list all the things you're grateful for, followed by setting your day up for success? By listing out all of the things you need to get done, including the hardest thing first, and blocking out your time to make sure it's done, and using those little tidbits of gratitude that you've listed as an arsenal against negativity that might occur. I need to talk about something specific today because it's true to it's it's heavy on my heart, and thank goodness for a friend, hi Kim, who helped me get through it a little bit. But when we try to make changes, positive changes, you're going to get resistance. If it's not your own mind or your own brain, it's going to be your familiars, your family, the people that have always seen you a certain way, and they don't intend to do this, but they do. They have a tendency to bring you back down to where you didn't want to stay to begin with. So waking up with intention and writing all the things that you're grateful for, and then listing out all the things that you want to do that day is a good structure. Going to bed with gratitude on the brain and staying positive, it's an excellent way to be thinking. But if it's a habit that you're not accustomed to, and if there are changes that you want to make in your life, just know they're going to get a little bit of resistance, and the resistance is going to come from people who feel that they know you. And I know that I already said that. I just figured I'd say it in a different sort of way. Got called out by a sibling this morning for being fake, and for being inconsiderate and blaming, and there's all kinds of negative talk. And it's hard not to respond to that, especially when you've been ghosted for weeks and weeks and weeks because they don't know how to handle you. And so that's difficult. Family dynamics are something. And the reason for mine is we have our mother is suffering from, well, she's not really suffering, we are. She has Alzheimer's, dementia, and she really, it's just heartbreaking. She doesn't really understand, and she doesn't really know what she knows. She doesn't remember a minute ago. She'll be present with you. She's incontinent, and she's having those types of issues, and it's extremely heartbreaking. We have caregivers that come in about for 4 hours a day, and we get feedback. But it's interesting that you reach your 50s and 60s, and you would think that brothers who were close to their mother could get along a little better. But each of us have our own relationship with our mom, and each of us are mourning in our own way while she's alive, So it's hard because the competitiveness and the ego gets in the way. And so if you're in the middle of this whole concept, or what do I call it, this journey of being positive and improving my life and being good to other people and helping, it goes right out the door. It can, if you're not ready for the criticism and the put downs and the ego bashing and all of that. So lots of hurt feelings, and it's just always a challenge. None of us are perfect, none of us are done. We're always evolving and changing and improving and trying to become the best we can be, right? That's my intention anyway. But since I've been coming on doing live broadcasts since August of this last year of 2019, I have found that I have connected with more people of like minds across the world than I have in my entire life with my family and friends. So there's something to be said there for my brothers to say that video is an ineffective means of communication. Well, I beg to differ, because I think what happens is when we get into these word wars in texts and emails, there's a lot that's read between the lines. Whereas when you're doing videos, for one thing, who's got the balls to do this, right? It's definitely out of my comfort zone. And so to be called names, called fake and phony, it's like, okay, well, it's easy for me to say, well, that's on you, but it's still kind of hurtful. So I'm bouncing it off and I'm sharing it with you because I know that everybody has family bullshit that happens like that, and I know that I'm not alone. And so I'm here to tell you, just reach out to someone. If it's not me, if there's anybody of like minds that you can reach out to, and call you on that bullshit, because it really is just that. You don't have to accept that. You're awesome, you're amazing, you want to change, you want to be positive, you want to invoke love and help other people, and that is not something to put down. That is something that's awesome. So if there's anything that I'm saying here that's resonating with any of you, please share and let me know. And I really appreciate you watching and supporting, and all of the love that I've received from coming on here and doing this. So with that, you guys have an amazing Thursday. Go out and do something kind to as many people as you can, but mostly to yourself. All right, so make it a great day. Take care.